Good morning, Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com, here with your Hurricane Pro and HD video blog for Thursday, the 10th of October, 2013. Taking a look at the visible satellite, you can see out here in the tropical Atlantic, pretty curled up system. That is 98L, trying to do its best to become a tropical depression. It's almost there. Just a little bit more organization and persistent convection, and it'll be our next tropical depression. It's fairly low in latitude. This is 10 degrees north latitude right through here, so it's fairly low, so it's avoiding some of the sheer and dry air that has been very persistent just a little bit farther to the north. So this has a chance to become a tropical storm over the next couple of days as it moves generally off to the west with time. Most computer guidance indicating that it'll be somewhere in this area over the next several days. And then the question is, does it just weaken because of these strange factors that have been in place over the season to kill everything off? And so if it does weaken, then it doesn't matter where it is, it'll be gone. Or does it strengthen and continue to try to come west towards the islands? Does it start to curve back off into the open Atlantic? We'll just have to wait and see. It's still several days away from affecting land if it's going to do so. But, you know, you folks here in the Lesser Antilles, there's Barbados right there. Just keep an eye on it. It's pretty late in the year to be worrying about something coming from the coast of Africa, but there it is, pretty large system, and we need to keep an eye on it, and we will. Meanwhile, off the coast of the Carolinas, let's go to a different satellite perspective here. The Carolinas and the mid-Atlantic states, we do have this coastal storm, the remnants of Karen pulled into it. Pretty good rotation, you can see clearly right here. Convection offshore of New Jersey. The rain, though, is starting to lessen up just a little bit. There's another weak low pressure area developing to the north of Bermuda. Just a large area of storminess and energy sitting out here over the Atlantic. It's going to weaken over time, it looks like, so the punch will be taken out. There'll be more dry air coming into the system, less wind, but you see all this cloud cover back over Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, all the way down to the Carolinas, mainly North Carolina. This is going to persist, unfortunately, even as the low comes up and then gets pushed back to the south. It'll weaken, but this nasty, gray, miserable weather is going to hang around with drizzly conditions, you know, just yucky. That's the best way to describe it. No sunshine, so that's not very pleasant news, but at least the wind won't be blowing as hard, and the ocean should start to calm down a little bit. Here is a radar shot, and you can tell not much precip at all along the coast, which is good news. There is some rainfall back over the western areas of the storm system, but overall it's losing its punch, and it'll just be sort of an aggravating little storm over the next few days as it slowly winds down. In the eastern Pacific, we do have an area 94E, pretty high chance of development, but it doesn't look like it's going to do very much. The computer guidance not too enthusiastic about its development. It should come out and then turn back to the Baja Peninsula, but I don't think it's going to be very strong. So if you have plans for vacationing along this area of Mexico, don't worry about this system too much. Even if it does develop, it would be a minimal tropical storm at the most, and it will definitely weaken as it makes that turn. There's a very large storm system dipping its way into the west here, and that'll turn this system back on towards land, weaken it, and therefore it won't be much of a problem. So that's it. So there's a look at the tropics for today. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com. Always an honor and a privilege to make these videos available for you. Hopefully you learned something from them on Hurricane Pro and HD. I'll talk to you some more tomorrow.